Wednesday, August 28th at 8 p.m. Come hang out with us for an interest meeting and Q&A hosted by AP The Plug at The Ticket Plug. We're going to teach you how to build an online ticket business, the features of our seller community, special offers, and how to join. Come get your questions answered live on the call. Wednesday, August 28th. That's right. Head over to our website at thetickettrap.com for more details for our special call, August 28th at 8 p.m.
So yesterday we had the unfortunate news of Abdul Vicks, a.k.a. YBC Duel, a.k.a. Mr. Disrespectful, as his Instagram handle states. He was gunned down in the Olney section of Philadelphia. And shout out to people who said it's not West Philly, it's actually North Philly. You know, the Inquirer had it wrong, and I parroted the information. But nevertheless, Olney, North Philadelphia, he was killed. Now, his father actually spoke out today in some more information about what happened. He put, "Hey, all of my son's friends, family, etc. I am Duel's father. I was handed over my baby boy's belongings this morning by his close friends. I wanted to clear up any confusion. My son, Abdul Vicks, was murdered yesterday afternoon in broad daylight while sitting in the back of his car alongside with his friend who was shot in the hand. My son was not on a bike when he was killed. Nothing of that. So that video going around is not him. Stop the false news. I know my son did not live a life of a saint, but I was not born yesterday either. My son was targeted in some setup plot. That's the only way they could get him from close like that. I'm standing on that. From someone to be able to walk up so close to his car was the first red flag for sure. I promise we're not going to stop till you dudes get exposed. I spoke to my son the night before this all went down. I just couldn't understand why this talk out of all days felt different. He said, Pops, it's been weird. Cars passing by me for a week now. I don't know. I just feel weird. Whenever I'm in Philly, I swear, whatever you was running from, son, they was watching you closely. I'm going to expose it. Man, I can't believe it. I won't ever want to believe this, and I ain't going to shut up because I wanted to beat the odds. I told the streets. A nasty game, especially where you come from now. I have to bury my junior, my family, and I would like to thank everyone for the love, kind messages sent to my boy. We lost a real one. May Allah forgive him of all his sins and make his grave spacious, full of light. Ameen. Rest easy, my son Abdul Qadir Vicks. My heart will forever have a black hole in it after this one. Parents, save your kids from this life before it's too late. I can't even explain this feeling right now. And this is heart-wrenching. It's very, very unfortunate. A very, very unfortunate situation. And, I stand on it. I feel like I believe that when people are about to pass, they have a sort of a sixth sense that something is coming. Like, it just don't feel right now. Because I've talked to people, and sometimes it's not always that, but I've talked to people who, I talked to them the day before, and it was like, yo, like, it just seemed like something was off. And so I understand that feeling, man. And in a way, my heart pains, for his father and him, regardless of all the disrespectful, like him digging up the grave right there and things like that. I mean, it's just uncalled for, and that's the culture that drill rap is. That is, what the culture produces. And I'm not going to put it on hip-hop. To me, it's just a murderous form of hip-hop. I think David was saying this is, one of the most destructive things, and I have to agree, man, because you're literally, glorifying murder, talking about murder, putting everything about the murder out there, and forget about, putting it out there for the feds. It's just a, unspoken rule that you just don't disrespect dead people. But again, a part of me understands because I got family, friends that grew up in the trenches, close friends, and I understood why they did what they did. I really did. Now, some guys escape. I talk to some guys, some guys will do their thing. They'll get the bid or whatever. They come out and do their thing. Some people get swallowed up. And I'm sure his father didn't want the life for him. I don't know their relationship. I don't know if his father was, was in the street. I'm not sure about that. But I'm sure that his father wanted better. But when they turned 18, it's like all the things that you've done, from the time they came out till you cut that umbilical cord to that 18th birthday, or sometimes even earlier for some people, is going to determine how and where they go. You almost got to in a way, mold them into a direction. I'm not gonna say force. You gotta mold them into a particular direction. You know, it's just a tough thing, man. So we can sit here and talk about different scenarios all night long, and I'm sure the victims of this man and his reign of terror allegedly in the streets. I'm sure a lot of people may just be happy for this. I'm sure, but I'm outsider looking in. It pains me. It pains me to see any, especially young black man in his 20s, being killed, being murdered in the streets. It really pains my heart. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I really care about this. I care about people being killed like this. Now his father talks about and alludes to that it was a setup. They would never would have got my son. And it's like that's the thing. It's like you never know when it's coming, man. It could be that most inopportune moment. Like you can have a blicky on you. Your whole squad can have a blicky. I said a lot of people get shot with a gun on them. You could have all you want, and it's just that one time that you drop your guard. It can happen to you. That one time, the one slip up, the one mistake. It's just crazy. It's just crazy, man. I'm at a loss for words because I've been reporting on rappers' deaths for the last 7 years, and it's always the routine, the cliche. Oh, sorry this, I'm sorry that, and we got to do this and we got to do that. So this goes when you picking your candidates. If they're not talking about right helping improve, in particular, the inner city, the children in the inner city's lives, access, to a better education, access to job opportunity, job training, plumbing, HVAC, electrical. We have to meet them where they're at. These kids have to be molded up from young. And if they're going to be a tradesperson, be a tradesperson. If they're going to be a business person, be a business person. But they have to be molded. Some people get on with the hammer and they never put it down. Some people's nice with the electricity. Somebody's going to be an HVAC technician, a car mechanic. We got to get them going in these directions because once you see that you can make 6 figures, and sometimes even 7 figures in these other industries, you're going to leave that stuff alone, trust me. See, a lot of these kids, if they could make 80 to 150,000 even up above per year doing something legal, they would do it. Trust and believe. They would do it, but they're not just going to settle. They're not just going to settle. They want to go get it. And I'm not saying that it's right, but if they were making adequate money, I guarantee you they would be off of this shit. They'll be raising their family. Because all we want to do is live good at the end of the day. That's it. Nobody wants to be killing and shooting. You want to come home, have a cook meal, have a nice home to come to, water your grass, have a nice whip. You'll be able to have fun when you want, chill with your friends. You might want to smoke, drink. That's all you want to do. People don't want to live this life, man. People don't wake up saying, look, I'm going to be a street dude. And if you are, you're a clown. You're a clown if you say, oh, I want to be some street dude. Now, those guys get swallowed up most of the time. I'm talking about the people that get sucked into this because there's no other way out, or they feel like there's no other way out. So I'm going to digress. I mean, we talked about this a lot. I'm going to say rest in peace to the young brother, man. I feel for his father because that could be any one of us. You could have a son and you try to raise him the right way or whatever the case may be, and, he goes the wrong way, but now you got to bury him? Sad situation, man, but, yeah. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. I know this man, like his father said, wasn't a saint. I know he disrespected dead people. I'm not sure if he got bodies and shit like that. I don't know. But, however, it's just a bad situation, man. So go ahead and hit the like button, share the video, and most importantly, leave your thoughts below. Peace.